Welcome to the Christie Taylor Show. I am super excited to have you here on this Wednesday, where we are going to get up close and personal with a new singer-songwriter who is going to be making major noise come 2020 and 2021, and that is Brina Torch, as she goes by. Brina Torch, singer-songwriter. And let me tell you about this young lady. Brina Torch, aka Brina Torch, is a 15-year-old singer and songwriter from Staten Island, New York. And let me tell you, at a very early age, her love for singing became evident when she grabbed the karaoke microphone at a 5th birthday party. She began studying voice and taking lessons at the age of 7, and then discovered her passion for songwriting after watching a Taylor Swift documentary about her journey. Now, with that passion, she has shared her voice with multiple nonprofit organizations, including Have a Heart Foundation and Divine Women. Inspired by artists such as Lady Gaga, Harry Styles, and Frank Ocean, she strives to be different and not care what others may think. Her edgy vocals and sassy lyrics give listeners a chance and a glimpse into her witty personality and old soul attitude. Now, Brina loves to pull influences from her own life experiences into her creations. Now, she is currently working on her debut EP called Monet, which is expected to be released in October. How about October the 30th? Welcome to the Christie Taylor Show. Brina Torch, welcome.
Christy, I'm very excited to be here today.
Well, I'm super excited to meet you. You know, actually, you referred to me by a dear friend who lives in Detroit, Francine Walker. You were on her show. So I have to say thank you, Francine. Thank you very much. Now, let me make sure I'm saying now, your real name is Brina.
Yeah.
So the name is Brina. Is that correct? Am I saying it right? You know, you youngsters, y'all be switching up on us. But I definitely would love for you. Of course, I know that you have been a ham since the age of 5. Grabbing microphones at karaoke birthday parties. Was it your birthday party?
The birthday party that I went to, the birthday party, was actually a friend's birthday party. It was my neighbor's. She's also a very outgoing person like I am. So she was part of the reason why I went on stage, because she was like, you should go on stage, you should sing too, because she was singing. And then when I saw that microphone on stage and then I saw her sing, I was like, I want to sing too. And then again, when I went on the stage, I just loved it so much. I felt like I was at home.
Yes. Yeah. It's nothing like finding out when you're home. And truly, as a performer, you know, I have to tell you, I've had that journey too. I was a little quieter when I was younger, but once I hit my preen years, I literally started just wanting to sing in choirs, and then in high school, junior high, and now here we are. Now, of course, let's talk about your musical journey past the age of 5, grabbing those karaoke mics. You started training at 7.
Yes. So I started training at 7 because I realized it was a passion for me. It wasn't just, oh, I like to sing in my room, you know, sing songs from Cinderella. I actually loved it. And I would always pretend that I was performing in front of a million people. And I started realizing this is what I want to pursue. It sounds cheesy, but it's true. So I started getting professional lessons when I was 7 years old.
Well, I love that. You know, it is so important when you find your passion that you commit to your time and talent and development to that. So bravo to you. Now, let's talk about your songwriting, because I'm a writer as well, singer, songwriter, screenwriter. So I love this creative process. So I want to kind of get a little nerdy when it comes to that process. Taylor Swift, your inspiration.
Yes. Taylor Swift is one of my biggest songwriting inspirations. And I think it's that she was extremely young when she started writing. And a lot of times, a lot of performers start out, they have their stuff written for them, and then they start writing. But Taylor had a dream and she had a passion. She would use her life experiences and make art with it. And I think that's so beautiful. And that inspired me to become a songwriter because I had this passion that I wanted to pursue and I wanted to put out there.
So how old were you when you started actually penning your own words?
I was about, I want to say 6 or 7 years old when I started songwriting.
Wow.
And it was little stuff. I would write in a little notebook about butterflies, and it would be like a 1-minute song. It didn't make any sense. But I grew to love it. And I think that was so important to me to realize that I wanted to pursue a music career, not just as a singer, but as a singer-songwriter. And I
Right.
think that's so beautiful about a musician being able to connect with their songs. You know, obviously I love listening to music on the radio, whatever. But when I see a songwriter, like you can tell the difference in their voice, the difference in how they perform, especially when they perform live. You can definitely tell the difference.
Yeah, because you have an intimate connection with the song, unless you have an amazing singer-songwriter, duo where they know your thoughts. Like Babyface, Diane, certain people like that who really know how to get into the singer's head and write their thoughts and emotions. But yeah, when you can pen your own stuff, that's beautiful. Now, you have some interesting influences past Taylor Swift, which includes Lady Gaga, Harry Styles, and Frank Ocean. Now, they're all amazing, all of them in their own right, but they do have very different disciplines and approaches and definitely theatrics. Let's talk about that.
Well, I think the reason that those are like my holy trinity, as I would call them, in music, I love how they connect with their art. If you see them perform live, you could see them actually embody the song, and I think that's so beautiful. I also love their attitude that like they make music that heals for them, and they make music that heals for their audience. And I think that's so important as a songwriter to make music that people can connect with. You know, obviously I love songs that are boppy, and they have songs that are boppy too, but I love a song that you could actually listen to and deeply connect with.
Right. Wow. What's your favorite Lady Gaga song?
Wow, that's a good question. I think my favorite Lady Gaga song would have to be You and I think the storyline between that song and just the emotion that she has in her voice when she sings it is I love it so much, and it makes me feel so good. So I definitely would say that's my favorite Lady Gaga song.
Yeah, that's a powerful one. That's a powerful one. Do you remember your very first song you wrote? Can you remember the lyrics?
I do not remember it. I would love to say I remember it, but I wrote it when I was about 6 years old. I think it was a song about princesses.
Oh.
About Cinderella is my favorite.
Cinderella, yeah, Disney, all that, all those Disney princesses. Tell me, when you really got serious about songwriting and performing your songs, do you remember the song and where you performed it?
I started becoming I realized that I wanted to become serious about songwriting. I was about 11 years old, and I wrote my first song that I truly connected with. I was getting bullied in middle school, and I decided that energy, write a song, and that's when I knew, that's when I found out music heals. And that was such an impactful moment in my life. It's one of my core memories. And yeah, I think that would just be the reason why I started writing as a serious, not just as a hobby.
Right. Now, you spoke about bullying, and we are truly in an age where bullying has gone to the next level. It has always been around, in many, many forms. But definitely in school now, we see that it has just gotten to a fever pitch. What was going on in your life that, you had classmates who wanted to pick on you?
I think the reason I got picked on in middle school was because I was different than everyone else. I was someone who, and I still am someone who marches to the beat of my own drum. I don't care what people say about me. So I think a lot of people take that and use it as an excuse and be like, oh, if she doesn't care, then I can just make fun of her. Oh, she's weird. But it's not an excuse to make fun of someone. I think as long as someone's not hurting themselves or someone else, they can do whatever they want. And I have such a bunch of people who try to make people feel bad about being themselves.
Growing up, it can be very, very challenging and difficult, but I'm so glad, as you said, that you found your words and your lyrics as a source of healing. So salute you on that. And of course, even as you continue to live and grow, one person who I know definitely we always want to hear what her pen would be is Adele. She always writes very poignant songs as well. Harry Styles, what do you love about Harry?
Well, I love Harry Styles. I think I'm impartial to him because I loved One Direction since I was 6 years old. So he was always my favorite member. But I think it's also his attitude about not caring what others think about him. And his music is I'm a visual person, and it paints a picture whenever I listen to it, it paints a picture in my brain. And I think that's so admirable of him.
Mhm.
And I love that. Like, I think it's so cool what he's doing, that he's making music that's like a movie in your head. And I also love what he's for as a person. He's a very, very grounded person, and he's very generous towards others. And I think that's so important, especially as an artist in public light. Like, you should be caring towards all of your fans, not just some of your fans.
Right. I like that. So he is definitely a very vivid writer. So what song really paints a great picture in your mind from his catalog?
I think this song from his catalog that paints the clearest picture to me is the song Fine Line, because it's such an accurate representation of just feeling lost and then realizing that you'll be all right one day. And, when I listen to it, I can just see the scenery, and I think it's such a beautiful song. And I think it's such an important song, especially nowadays where we also feel like we're lost, especially during this pandemic. A lot of people at first they lose themselves, and
Right.
you realize you're going to be all right.
Now, you spoke about the pandemic. Yes, 2020 has been a year and a half, a year and a decade to be exact, a year, a decade, and a century. You are in high school, a junior in high school. How has that impacted you?
How has it impacted everyone else?
Yeah.
Well, for starters, it started out really rough. I lost my grandfather in April.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you. So it was hard for me, but something that I did out of it that was positive is that you are forced to spend so much time with yourself, so you just start to discover things about yourself that you really love. And I think that was such an important part of this pandemic for me. Obviously, it's a horrible situation what's going on, but I think we have to make light out of some of the things, or else we're all going to be sad. I think a lot of people, especially myself, have found themselves during the pandemic.
Wow. Well, I know that you found a beautiful song and you are releasing it this week. Barbie.
Yes.
I had it on replay. I actually, when I received your information, I was like, let me check her out. Let me see where she is and her skill set. Very talented. I like your website. Girl, I love that website. Oh, be sure to check it out. It's scrolling across the bottom. Be sure to check out her website. And even checked out one of your older songs, Cap Sign, on YouTube. So check her out on her YouTube channel. But the new song, let's talk about that. What inspired it? Of course, it was written in the midst of this pandemic, and you have some really deep lyrics.
Thank you. Well, Barbie was written because I think a lot of people started to find themselves during this pandemic. And as a teenager, especially as a teenage girl, you start to see so many people that like friends, peers. Everyone starts to change themselves into something that they aren't. So their mood is perfect to people. But I don't think anyone's perfect. And I think, especially with talking about other people's things look good, keep your appearance even if you don't like it. I love to do my makeup, I love to do my nails, I love to do my hair, but that's because I love it. I don't do anything for anyone else besides myself, because I always say you're the only person that's going to be with you for your birth, for your death. You might as well make yourself happy. So I feel like as a way to show people it's okay to be happy with yourself, but don't be someone that you're not.
Wow. You know something? I'm going to see if I can play it from your SoundCloud. All right, let's check this out.
Yeah.
This is our new single that's dropping on this Friday, the 25th.
Barbie is going to be released on all major streaming platforms 12 a.m. on all major streaming platforms. Sorry, got a little brain fart there. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The video is going to be dropping on YouTube.
Okay, well, let's check it out on SoundCloud.
Right to my face. Said our connection was real, guess you're just a fake. But I'm not one to turn into your kind. That silicone be messing up your mind. 'Cause you so plastic, I'll never be like you, so plastic. I'll never be like you, I'm plastic. I'll never be a Barbie girl. You so plastic. I'll never be like you, so plastic. I'll never be like you, I'm plastic. I'll never be a Barbie girl.
I absolutely love that song. That is such a super cool song. And let me tell you this, as a writer myself, I really understand the importance of going deep inside yourself to, find the words that best, feel that you're talking about some really deep stuff. And you're high school. I mean, I understand that's when we begin to pull away the layers of reality in the world. Let's talk about, first of all, your approach to songwriting, and then let's talk about just the depth in this song.
Mm-hmm. So,
by the way, really nice track, and give it out to because they killed that.
Thank you. So Barbie is a concept that I hold dear to my heart, and I feel like with my songwriting, I always start with a concept. So whether it be, oh, I feel sad about something or I'm happy about something, then from that idea stems, oh, we can make this song based off of like oceans, or we can make this song based off of, like in Barbie's case, Barbies. And then after I get that common theme, I start thinking about lyrics and melodies. And then the last step is finally creating a track. I feel like, and it's so hard because I'm a control freak. So I can create, because I wish I was able to create tracks. I'm not as talented as my mixing, mastering producer on that one. But I do sit with him and we work on creating a track and then finally record it.
Wow. Now, what's his name again? Give him a good shout out, girl. Give him a good one.
Joey Martino at ET Studio Productions.
Wow. And he's based in New York also.
Yes, he's based in Staten Island.
Okay. Now, I always like the way you all say Staten Island, because I say with all the Staten Island. It just sounds so musical. I love it. I love it. One of the things that I also wanted to explore with you, when it comes to singing and songwriting, is your approach to performing. Are you all over the stage? Do you do that, stand in one place? What's your on-stage persona?
On stage, it depends on the song, I feel like, when you're performing, because there's some songs you want to go all over the place, and that's usually the fast or the more angrier songs for me. And then there's some songs where you just like to feel the music, not necessarily move, but as much emotion through your body language and through your facial expressions. And that's more towards like emotional songs and probably even sadder songs. So I think it depends, but I definitely try to show how the song made me feel through my performances.
One thing I also loved about your storyline is the fact that you've done stage. In my life and some of my different chapters of life, I received a degree in theater, drama, television, and film performance. So I love the theater. So Legally Blonde.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
So in 8th grade, I was in a junior production of Legally Blonde. I played Elle Woods, and it was one of my favorite experiences. I just love, obviously I'm a songwriter, I'm a performer with music, but there's something about musical theater that makes you feel so warm in your heart. And I love it so much. It was so fun. My cast was absolutely so fun to work with. And sometimes connecting with the character on stage also helps you with songwriting too, because it helps you, oh, my character like this. I could write a song based off this emotion, you know? So I absolutely love theater, and I think it's so great to act. I love it.
Now, with you being in New York, Broadway is just a stone throw away. Have you ever considered pursuing that as well?
I haven't considered it like my music career, but a dream is to be in at least one role on Broadway. I don't know what show that would be for yet, but I absolutely love Broadway. So I think that's definitely a dream, is to be in at least one Broadway show in my life.
Okay. Now, since you've been performing from such a young age, you've been training since you were 7, 8 years old, and having had different experiences, on stage, in studio, highly, produced tracks. What do you say to other singers and songwriters and young performers when it comes to the industry, not just the music, but the industry?
Well, I think if you're going to get started in the music industry, you have to remember things don't take quickly. Like things take a lot of time in the music industry. Whether that be writing a song or producing a track, recording, getting the rights to putting out your music. It doesn't take, I say Rome isn't built in a day, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely think keep that in mind. Keep a schedule so you can stay organized with what you're doing, because as performers, we have so many things going on at once. You definitely have to stay organized with that. And also just be true to yourself. I see a lot of people that try to change who they are so they can fit in some type of mold for the music industry. There's a million people that look the same, but you need to stand out and be your true self.
Individuality rocks.
Exactly.
Reality rocks. That's what I'm trying to say. High school, music career, pandemic. How are you handling it, and who is your support as you do all this?
I think I'm handling it pretty well. My biggest support system would be my parents. They are so helpful throughout all of this. They keep me on track. They make me, if I could go to them with anything that I need. If I'm feeling upset about something, if I'm feeling stressed out about something, they're always there for me. My dad, he's like Christianity. He's like how Christiana's your momager, he's my dadager. So he definitely keeps me on the right track. And my mom too, she's extremely supportive. She always tries to help me more on the emotional aspect. And also, I have a wonderful manager, Laura Martino. Who's also based in Staten Island, and she is so helpful throughout all of this. I could tell her anything, how I'm feeling, and she's great. So I think those three people are definitely my biggest support system.
Well, give her a shout out. She's the one that made this happen.
Exactly. So
shout out to Amy.
And Amy too. Amy Prenner is my public relations manager. She's been able to get me so many opportunities, so helpful in staying organized, and she's absolutely great.
I really like the fact that you're at the beginning of your career and you've already understood the importance of having a team in place and really taking it, seriously. So hats off to you, for your commitment to your craft and to this industry. Of course, we've got the new single that's dropping, and look at you there. Wow, new recording artist, debuting her original new single, Barbie, Friday, September the 25th. And I tell you, she's got attitude. We'll be right back after this. All right, we're back and we're close to the wrap up. I really want to appreciate all of you who have checked us out both live, and thank you even to those who are going to check this out in replay, both on YouTube at Christie Taylor Online and of course Facebook, the Christie Taylor Show. So be sure to share with a friend. And let me tell you this, I have enjoyed chatting with you.
I had so much fun here today. I think it was a great time. You're such a fun person to talk to.
Oh, thank you. Well, anytime you want to chit chat, honey, just let me know.
Absolutely.
On, I'm here to support artists. I actually had a chance to talk to an old school music icon, Larry Dotson of the Bar Caves. Check him out. He's a legend. And now to be able to talk to emerging artists like yourself, who's also going to rock the mic and take the world by storm. So it's always an amazing opportunity to talk to amazing talent. So hats off to you. We've got the new single dropping this Friday. Any last things you want to say? Of course, we're going to make sure they keep up touch with you all on your social media. Let them know where they can follow you and like you.
You could follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, Brina Torch. Pre-save the link for Barbie in my Instagram bio. And please watch the video for Barbie dropping on YouTube September 25th, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was so much fun to make. It looks so cool. I love it so much. I think you guys will absolutely love it.
Well, I'm looking forward to it because I love your music. I love the song and the plastic line. Oh, you're so plastic. I was like, go on, girl. So, all right. So a hit in the making, a star in the making, a hit song about to be dropped. So congrats to you. And thank you all. Anything else? Anything else before I let you go, sweetie?
I think that's it. Thank you so much for having me today.
Okay. All right, then. Well, thank you as well. And for everybody who is watching, thank you all as well. I truly do appreciate it. I got major, major love for you all. And until next time.